Hi Phil, I'm Nick Garland and I'm from CDW.
From CDW. CDW being, for those that don't know CDW?
Technology integrator in the defence space.
Okay, cool, right. That's a mouthful, isn't it? It's a grand title. What do you do now? What's that? Is that selling, procuring? Is it?
Selling, procuring, integrating technologies from across the spectrum of IT, really.
Right. Okay.
Integrating it, and I run the defence team there.
Quite an involved thing. Right. Let's talk about. Let's swing this another way. Let's talk about you've got a military history, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And you picked up quite a nasty injury, didn't you? Talk us through what happened to you, your experience.
Well, I was a Queen's Dragoon Guard, a cavalryman. 2009 in Afghanistan was.
Rank?
I left as a major.
Okay.
I left as a major, but I was injured in 2009 as a second lieutenant. In Muscat.
Oh wow! So just out of the factory, and you
just out of the factory, straight into it.
Okay, talk us through it then.
I was on the roof of a compound. Yeah. We were in contact, and ultimately an RPG airburst in front of me. I got shot. I got shot in the neck, but I got a piece of frag in the neck.
You got fragged in the neck.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
I remember the incident. Yeah, it was. It's one of those things you tend not to forget. But adrenaline kicks in, keeps you alive for as long as you can, and then. The medical system kicked in and was amazing, absolutely amazing.
So just talk us through the sort of, like, you're obviously big flash, and I've had a similar one myself with an airburst next to me, so I know roughly what the flash feels like, but you know you hit straight away.
Immediately, from the warmth or the heat, effectively, that ended up going into my chest, through my thyroid, through my windpipe, down into my lung.
Okay, so some substantial bleeding going on.
Significant.
You're going soggy. You're getting soggy.
Catastrophic. Yeah.
And so, what's your first instinct? Yelling for medics and that sort of stuff?
I rolled over to the guy that was next to me, tapped him on the shoulder, told him that I'd been shot, and he turned around. He was busy on the radio, and he said, "I'm busy." And at that stage, I then crawled off the roof of the building, stood up, saw the medic, and passed out.
Sort yourself out, mate.
Yeah. But it was a realisation there was claret everywhere, hands.
Yeah. And like I say, you felt that. At what point did you come around, and what was the sort of like?
So I woke up about 3.5 weeks later in Birmingham. Having
no recollection after falling asleep on the roof then?
Well, I crawled off the roof, stood up, saw the medic, and I think the adrenaline ran out at that stage.
Yeah.
Lost 6.5 pints of blood on the way. And then...
Well, that's close to death, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Not too far away, is it? That's sort of like you're dicing with it. You're having a look at it then, aren't you? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I woke up in Birmingham about 3.5 weeks later.
So when you wake up in Birmingham, do you remember what's happened to you on the roof?
No, not at all.
Or do you wake up in Birmingham and go, what the am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly the latter.
Really? How did that feel? Because I've never had an experience like that. That must be really quite freaky to think, hang on, I'm on a tour of Afghanistan and now I'm white sheets.
Yeah.
Hooked up, presumably.
Yeah.
Drips coming out of you. Machines going beep at the end of the bed.
All of that. And it's exactly as you see it. Came round, didn't know where I was, didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Loved ones around me. And it was over probably a period of about another 4 to 5 days that I started to realise that I was in Afghanistan, and then memory starts to come back.
Okay.
And on my journey, I needed to understand. I use the analogy of when you go out and have a few beers, you wake up the next day and you don't quite remember what's happened.
I've had a few of them. I've definitely had a few of them. I'll probably have one tonight, I reckon.
And so I use that same analogy. You came round, you find a load of receipts in your pocket, and you go, I did have a kebab, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
For me, I had to go and speak to everybody along the way. So I spoke to the pilots, the medic, the doctor, the nurses, just to try and understand.
Was there any long-term damage from this, or once you were patched up?
I was medically discharged after that incident. Okay. 10 years later.
What was what was actually wrong with you?
I've got a bad neck and a bad arm.
Okay, so there was some proper...
Yeah, vascular all inside.
There was some proper damages inside. Yeah.
So I'm still 2+2. Very fortunate to be fully able, but I do have a permanent injury into my neck and into my arms.
And look, something that we do talk about nowadays, is there any mental health involved with this?
Phil, I was really lucky.
Yeah.
I was very lucky, and I haven't sustained mental health challenges.
Wow.
I know that a number of the people that were on my journey, as I call it, had their own journey.
Had their own battles,
and as a result of my journey. So they saw me, they stretched me, they cared for me, they loved me, all of that kind of stuff. And actually they're the ones that maybe have more of a mental health journey, because actually I was unconscious.
Yeah, I suppose you were scraped up and you were...
30 seconds a minute. I woke up 3.5 weeks later. But for those people that were flying and carrying me on a stretcher, young trooper, stretcher dropped, all of these people, they actually have challenges.
Yeah. Do you have any grievances as to the fact that your military career came to a stop, bang?
No.
No. Okay, you're not worried about that.
No,
you're not sort of like, it's
not
one
at
of
all.
those things as far as you're concerned.
I put myself there through the system, had a great time of it, and was just unfortunate. And that's how I look at it.
So from second lieutenant at the time of the accident, how did you end up getting out as a major?
I stayed in.
Oh, right, okay, so you did stay in for a bit.
I stayed in, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't realise that. Sorry, I'm
So I got better.
Yeah.
I went back to Afghanistan a couple of times after that, and then continued to promote, and all of a sudden I went for a routine medical, and it was identified that my body wasn't quite what it was. So unfortunately, that was me out the army, and now here I am in the defence
Okay, so
technology.
at least you did get the scratch that itch a little bit and go back.
I did.
So you did go back and have a. Did you get any more action at all? Did you get any more?
I did.
contacts?
I had a very busy middle tour. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you got it out of your system.
Yeah. Very busy middle tour.
Good.
And I kind of use the analogy of if you go somewhere on a holiday or you end up going on an aeroplane but you never come back.
Yeah.
I needed to go back for myself.
Yes.
To actually physically come back home.
Yeah, so you could reset yourself.
Exactly.
And put yourself into a position where you go, right, now I'm in control of my destiny and I can actually do that. So that must have been, again, good for you. Good for your mental stuff as well.
Really good for my mental stuff, but also for the soldiers that I work with.
Yeah.
Because they put me on a stretcher, and then actually to go back to theatre with them again.
Yeah.
As part of the same organisation, different troop. Was really important for me, and I think actually motivating. For them as well to say, we can do it together, we can do it as well.
Well, no, it's good to see. You want to see people back on the road, and especially when you've lost someone and they've gone back, and it's like, where have they gone? And your life, when you stay in theatre, cracks on, doesn't it?
That's it. Oh yeah,
when you crack on, you're like, right, the boss is gone. I can't dwell on it for too long because I'm behind the gun again. Do you know what I mean? I've got another one to deal with here. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, very much a rolling organism, as it were. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really good. So really good to be back.
So you roll now, Civvy Street. You're well bedded into Civvy Street. You enjoy Civvy Street?
Different challenges, Phil.
Yeah.
Good. Different challenges. Defence technology keeps us busy.
Yeah.
There's lots going on. There's lots going on continuously, and I think the innovation cycle of the world is meaning that we have to stay one step ahead.
Look,
and
I find it extremely therapeutic now, watching things develop. The drone stuff I've seen here, some of the technology stuff, the uses of. It's all just keeping me engaged with this stuff like that. And I find myself permanently thinking, how could you use that? What can we do with this? You know what I mean? And I think it's brilliant, isn't it?
It's really good. It's really fascinating because there's a new innovation happening every single day, particularly in the tech sector. And that affects lives, people, and our processes, both in work and at home. And hopefully we support the military as well, doing the right thing.
That's for me, a big part of what I do is to try and get myself in a position where I can help and promote and just generally make the lives of service people better than what it perhaps might be or could be or is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that for me is reward enough sometimes. It really is.
It's really good.
Well, listen, fascinating story.
Thanks,
Great
Phil.
to chat to you. And I wish you all the best.
Yeah, see you soon.
All right.
Cheers.
Nice one.